our biggest trading partners today in our, as Kenya, is our regional partners, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, DRC. That's where our biggest market is. And therefore, we are already speaking to the Africa Continental Free Trade Area ecosystem. Intra-Africa trade is already where our biggest market is. And therefore, what UNCTAD is doing, providing us information, giving us leverage on where our trade should go is significant. And that is why I really wanted to be part of this conversation. And as we do that, we also realize that our continent contributes only 3% to international trade. So it means as we build our continent's network and integration to trade amongst ourselves, we also must have at the back of our minds, how do we meaningfully also contribute to international trade? How does intra-African trade also speak the language of international trade? And that is why it's also important for us to build the linkages we are building with EU, for example. We have a signed agreement now with EU. It should have been an agreement for EAC. We went ahead as Kenya because we were ready, but we are confident that our East African community friends will come along. We hope it will be extended to the tripartite free trade area and eventually to the continental framework. It is the reason why today we are negotiating with the US on a strategic partnership agreement. It is the reason why we are negotiating with other blocs, because ultimately Africa must contribute its fair share. 3% is not where we should be. At the very minimum, we should be in the realm of our percentage of population, maybe 17, maybe 20% of global trade. And we're also focusing on the real opportunity that we have in the future. This continent is going to be home to a quarter of the world's population by 2050. This is the continent that has renewable energy resources. This is the continent that has 2/3 of the world's arable uncultivated land. This is the youngest continent. So we have real assets that has the potential to make Africa central to what happens globally going into the future. And that is why integration is front and center, left and right, in us going forward.